Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Baltimore Ravens and the Pittsburgh Steelers. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Go. 120! 54. Mike, 54. And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength. Slam. Kill. Check nickel.
Wentz now on first down. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. First catch of this game, a big one. Of course, he had the big performance last week when he was AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Yeah, but that was so last week, wasn't it? I mean, look at what he's doing now. I think he's trying to exceed what he did in that game and continue to ascend in this season.
The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. First carry for James Conner. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
We're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
On second down, it's Conner. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Here we go, Pac-Man. 180! I'm going to lose one. Kill!
They'll try and run for it with Conner. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Third down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup.
Steelers, first down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
There we go. 180! 54! Come on, D.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
2-Jet. Get the ball.
Now they'll throw it. Wentz. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On the toss, here's Johnson. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
He'll get it to the 23-yard line.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 4th down. And Hopkins' kick is good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
Let's go, first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Set, 180. You. 25, check 24. Run. Hey, check 24. Check 24. Check. Alert. Check. What's up? Check.
Here's the first carry for Bo Scarborough. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches.
He's crossing. He's checking crack. Check 3.
Now Scarborough. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Pistol. 49, check 49. Showing up. 6'6", bullet high. Hey, alert 33. Switch. Hey, alert 3. Pistol.
This is Scarborough. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Watch the screen.
Now they'll run it with Scarborough. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the shotgun is Mayfield. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field.
King.
On 4th down, they snap it to Mayfield. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3.
Steelers 3. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brandon Graham showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. On second down, Johnson. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. Spins away, and he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Right back to Connor here on first. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Check.
On second down, Connor looking for space. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Here we go. Waiting. Check. Watch 54. Straight 15.
Now Wentz. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
No.
On 1st and 10 is Connor. Man, this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. To throw, it's Wentz. Screen play, Johnson. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a 1st down.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are going to retake the lead. Hopkins with the extra point. And the lead is now 10-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is a defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Throwing, Mayfield. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. The pass there complete to Sutton. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Hey, Wood. Too low, Mike 50, Mike 50. Squeeze, don't. Mike's 50, Mike 50.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Check three. Pistol.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore 1st down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. A little bit of space there for the 1st down run as that's going to get him about 5 yards. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remaining in the 1st half. 10-7, our score. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. From the 44, Mayfield looking left side. Andrews with it complete. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 32-yard line.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Rush in. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. King.
They run. This is Scarborough.
Switch it.
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
I got it. Alert three, alert three. Alert three. Jim. I got it.
Draw play here at Scarborough. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. They come up in an offset eye.
50 to Mike. 50. Hey, alert.
And he'll give it here to his running back. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So it's first and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break.
Watch out. Patchy. Watch twig. Real. Alert flare. Check 15. Whip. Watch the whip. Big touchdown.
Here's Scarborough on the toss. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Now from the 7, here's second and goal.
Alert. Go. Check. Mike 50. I got.
Mayfield to throw it this time. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews in the final seconds of the first half. And the Ravens have once again taken the lead. Tucker now for the extra point. And that makes it 14-10.
Makes the score Ravens 14, Steelers 10.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? you adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They try again with Scarborough. And an alley to run. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Check it back, check it back. Real. Point it right. Christian, Travis.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Double dog, that's the way.
Mayfield now from the 50. On the crossing route, complete. It's Andrews. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Check four. Back. King.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And an alley to run.
You ain't going nowhere.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Bo Scarborough, his 4th touchdown on the year as the Ravens push further out in front.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Throwing his wins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jalen Ferguson just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Wentz. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. The screen gets 7, but it's not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt, and the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. The ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Hey, alert 33.
They'll start things on first down with Bo Scarborough. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
At the 20-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Mayfield down. Flush to his right. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, an 80-yard touchdown as the Ravens push further out in front. That's a prime example of the danger that Baker Mayfield presents when he's able to get outside of the pocket.
And we see many quarterbacks do this in the league. A lot of them have that good mobility, but we see them, they're more like striders, right? There's a smoothness to them. When I watch Baker Mayfield, everything is sharp, hard, aggressive, and he turns it into a big-time shot downfield and a monster play.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
On 2nd down now. It's Connor, and this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
I got you, pop. Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move.
Shotgun now for Wentz. Looking deep downfield. He's got a man, complete. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. It's a big play there for the Steelers. 49 yards.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's Connor. And, boy, this defense, again, really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Again, it's Connor. And he's going to be down close to a 1st down at the Ravens' 22.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And I think we've got a hold here. It's a 5-yard pickup for the moment. Let's see what our referee says. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd.
Here we go.
From the gun, it's Wentz. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
There you go. Deuce. Watch it.
It's Scarborough again. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the 4th. On 3rd down, Mayfield. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. First target, first catch at a 1st down. And they'll go on the ground. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz is trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Watch twist. Hurry. Motion.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially, no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 45-yard line. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a 1st down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they get it this way because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway, and now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And really could have used that stop trailing here in the 4th. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Marquise Brown, his 3rd touchdown of the game, 10th on the year, as the Ravens push further out in front. Starting to really smell a 4-0 start right now. Can't ask for a better first quarter of the season than that.
And you're not supposed to look ahead, but guess what?
You're going to?
They have to, because when you get to if you get to 4-0, you're not just thinking playoffs now. You're thinking about, okay, this team has the capabilities of winning a Super Bowl. They could very well be the best team in the NFL at this moment.
I think they played the best. I mean, there have been a few hiccups offensively and defensively, but probably the best team we've seen, right?
And has the ability to get better.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And after the field goal last time, see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
They'll get 6 on the play, and it's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Johnson, and he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. Another wayward pass. Yeah, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1. They go to Johnson again.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Connor. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Second and goal from the 1.
Here we go, let's bring it.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. It's the fullback. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. So up comes Wentz as he and the guys on offense here will go for 2.
He's crashing.
Connor going to try and run it, and he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. So time definitely not in their favor, down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
180. Regular. Let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Me and you all day. Point it right. I'm coming after you. 49, check 49. Hey, alert. Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55. You remember me? Let's go, baby.
Hey, seam 6.
So instead of running, Mayfield's going to throw it here. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, Ravens.
20. Watch the run. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55. Hey, alert. Kings. Hey, Zoo. That's it.
A first down throw for Mayfield. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
Incomplete. Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, little insult to injury here late in the game. This to make it a 3-score game late. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And that will make this now a 19-point advantage. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for the Ravens, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4. to go to New Orleans to take on the Saints. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.